Hey everyone, Nathan here from Coins and ICOs, and today we will talk about Ethershift. So today we will cover the basic idea of Ethershift, what are they bringing to the market. We will talk about the token sale and roadmap and the team, and that's about it. So in general, Ethershift is a brand new ERC token exchange that provides the easiest way to acquire brand new up-and-coming tokens before big exchanges list them. That is very important and very good for investors. Ethershift tokens represent a revenue share of 50% of all fees collected by Ethershift. Each quarter, that 50% will be airdropped to Ethershift token holders. I think this is the main reason why I think this is such a great project, and we will talk about that later. Okay, so Ethershift is an exchange, and we have a lot of exchanges today in the market. We have Bittrex and Binance and so on. But Ethershift is an ERC token exchange. ERC token exchanges are based on the Ethereum network, of course. And the big thing here is, first of all, you can exchange Ether for different token, of course, but also you can exchange tokens for tokens. So let's say you have, let's say, Aragon, and you want exchanges in B token, you can exchange them together. And today it's a big solution because we all know that in the last year the market really suffered a big drop, and this is in liquidity terms, this is problematic to a lot of exchanges because there are not a lot of liquidity in exchanges. And let's say if I hold Aragon tokens and I want to buy B tokens, today I need to sell the tokens, the Aragon tokens, in an exchange to, let's say, Bitcoin or Ethereum. And then I need to go to the B token Bitcoin or B token Ethereum sale and try to buy B tokens. Now, it costs more via fees, and also it takes more time. And it's quite of a hassle also, because if I want to buy B tokens and I have Aragon tokens, I just want to get B tokens. I don't want to buy Bitcoin at the moment. So Ethershift is solving a big issue here. This is great. We have an exchange that does this. One of the exchanges that does this is Shapeshift, and they also have the opportunity to exchange tokens to tokens. Let's say Aragon, as we said, to Dash or everything else. But the difference is between Shapeshift and Ethershift, I've looked into it a little bit, is that Shapeshift is not anonymous. As it says here, Shapeshift will now require basic personal details for new membership programs. So actually it says KYC. Now the problem here is that a lot of exchanges that require KYC, every exchange can be hacked and people can steal your personal information. And we know that these exchanges, they don't have the security levels of regulated banks. So to a bank, you feel more comfortable giving your personal information because you know that the security level is much higher than Shapeshift. So if I'm an investor and I want to buy tokens and I want to switch tokens, I don't want them to know who I am. So that is a problem. But that's not a problem in Ethershift, because in Ethershift, everything is 100% anonymous. And so you don't even need to hold an account. It's quite similar to Exodus in that way, that you don't need to register yourself. And you don't need to give your personal information. Everything is anonymous. There's no accounts. Now, this is amazing for investors. and for people who want to retain their anonymity. Great, so let's look a little bit into the idea of Ethershift. So here we have the white paper. What is Ethershift and what problems does it solve? Ethershift is an ERC token, we've talked about this, that provides the fastest and easiest way to acquire the best up-and-coming ERC tokens long before the bigger exchanges list them. That's great because when tokens are listed in big exchanges that have a lot of volume, so naturally that brings more investors and the price goes up. So we want to buy. This is the reason why people want to invest in ICOs, because you get the lowest price possible in an ICO before it goes into exchange. Now, the tokens are typically sent to the investors immediately. Listing on major exchanges takes a lot of time and money and is usually not a speedy process. A lot of ICOs, they have a problem listing in big exchanges. It takes time. It's a lot of hard work. So investors have to wait sometimes even 6 months before a token is listed in an exchange. Now, a handful of decentralized exchanges have popped up that allow for first access to these tokens, like Ether Delta and a lot of others. However, they are difficult to use for the average investor. They're not user-friendly, since the process to acquire these tokens seems hard to the average buyer. Now, I don't know if you know Ether Delta, for example, but it's not an easy website. It's not an easy exchange. To a typical investor that is not a computer guy or is not a crypto enthusiast and he doesn't really know how it works, it looks strange to them holding a wallet and is the wallet, is it in my computer or is it in the website? I don't understand, and how do I log in, and how the security works. So a lot of people are hesitant to work with small exchanges and exchanges that are not user-friendly. And because of that, or people are waiting for the tokens to be listed in big exchanges, and by then they have already missed out on big gains. So Ethershift lists up incoming tokens the same day they're released from their ICO and available on the market. That's great, because the price of that token will be low. So that is why Ethershift brings something very important to the market. Let's talk a little bit about the token itself. As we said, it's an ERC token, the Ethershift token. Now we have the Ethershift exchange where you can exchange tokens, and we also have the ERC20 token itself, the Ethershift token, which is ESH capital. That's the symbol of the token. The token represents a revenue share of 50% of all fees collected by Ethershift. Each quarter, that 50% will be airdropped to Ethershift token holders. This is a great thing. This is one of the main reasons why I think this project is great. So Ethershift, 50% of the fees that Ethershift are collecting via transactions. So when you deposit ShipChain and you want to buy B tokens and swap them, you pay a fee. Now the fee that you pay will be in ShipChain. The fee will not be in Ether or Bitcoin or Ethershift. It will be in ShipChain. Now this is great, because imagine that if a lot of users, let's say I deposit ShipChain, so I pay a small fee. And if somebody else deposits B tokens, he pays a fee in B tokens. And if I deposit Holo, I pay a fee in Holo, and so on. Now this is great because it has diversity of tokens, and it's quite like a portfolio. So as an investor in Ethershift, you also get every quarter you get airdropped. You get an airdrop of the entire tokens that are listed in Ethershift. It depends on how much Ethershift you're holding, of course, tokens. So let's say you get a 0.01%. The percent that you get are in tokens. So you get a lot of tokens. Now this is great because you're basically getting a portfolio. So every quarter you are airdropped to your account in Ethershift. You're getting a lot of tokens. So this is great. Each transaction made on any of the Ethershift products, Ethershift are planning to integrate, I assume, to integrate this exchange in other platforms. So every transaction made on any of the Ethershift product yields a fee of up to 5%. And the system automatically calculates the gross fee Ethershift collected after gas, and they split it to two wallets. One wallet is used for operating costs, salaries, etc., and the other wallet is used to airdrop. So 50% of all the fees collected from every transaction on Ethershift or on other platforms that are working with Ethershift, 50% of that will be airdropped back to the investors. This is great. Now, also, the token that you are holding, the Ethershift token, the ESH token, it has value to itself. You can also trade that token, but you're getting airdropped other token as well. The first Ethershift airdropped is March 31st, 2019. So every quarter. So March and then June and so on. And the maximum supply of Ethershift tokens is 15 million. 3 million tokens are dedicated to marketing, promotion, bounties, and so on, and advisors. We'll talk about the team and the advisors in a moment. And 9 million are available for sale in the 3 round of the Ethershift ICO. So you can see it here. 9 million are for the crowd sale, and 3 million for marketing and so on, and 3 million for team members. That's a little bit of information about Ethershift itself. Now, as we said, we are in the main sale now. They finished the pre-sale on September and November till November 18th. So 7 days from now, you can buy 400 Ethershift for 1 Ether. That's about 50 cents for a token. And then the main sale stage 2 will be from December 3rd to 16th. You can buy 200 Ethershift for 1 Ether. And regarding the team, I actually talked with some of the team members. Okay, let's talk about the advisors. So John McAfee, we all know that John McAfee is one of the biggest players in the crypto market, and he is one of the advisors, so that is great. That is great because of marketing and because of basically that says that Ethershift is a legit project, and it's a project that is serious about what he does, and it's not just an idea. We see a lot of ICOs that have even great ideas, but they don't. The process of having an idea and utilizing it and making it a product is long, and it's not easy. But when you have advisors that are big players in the market and are serious people, they understand that you are also a serious guy or a serious team, and you plan to make it work. So this is great. So the team and the advisors, that is a very important part in the ICO. And I think that's about it. I encourage you to look into this ICO. It's pretty great. I think the main reason why is the airdrop. Just imagine having a portfolio airdropped to you every quarter. So instead of taking $1,000 or $2,000 and buying a lot of tokens on exchanges because you want to split your investment. You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. So instead of going in exchange and buying a lot of different tokens and logging into this exchange and KYC, and then logging into a different, but the different exchange have a withdrawal limit and you can't withdraw it. There's a lot of problems with building a portfolio today. It's not easy. So imagine that you are buying Ethershift tokens and instantly becoming an investor in every new ICO, ERC20 based ICO that is listed in Ethershift. You will get a percentage of the entire transactions of that ICO, of that company, and you will have a portfolio, and you don't have to manage a portfolio, you're just getting one. So this is pretty great. So again, I think you should really look into this project and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Feel free to subscribe to my channel, and until next time, thank you.